Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur and CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, has taken on a significant role within the Trump administration, leading a newly established Department of Government Efficiency. However, his appointment has raised pressing ethical questions, particularly concerning the absence of his public financial disclosure, a requirement for individuals in his position, according to legal experts. The controversy erupted shortly after President Donald Trump classified Musk as a special government employee, a designation that mandates compliance with federal ethics laws similar to those governing cabinet officials. Despite Musk's prominent role, the White House has yet to release any financial disclosure forms or ethics agreements related to his position, which contrasts sharply with other confirmed appointees who have already made their disclosures public. Legal experts, including Kathleen Clark, an ethics professor at Washington University, assert that Musk's financial disclosure should be publicly accessible given his substantial influence within the executive branch. People who exercise power in the executive branch and can affect the financial well-being of others must file publicly available financial disclosure forms, Clark stated. Richard Briffault, a Columbia Law School professor, echoed her sentiments, emphasizing that it would be difficult for Musk to qualify for a waiver from this requirement given his extensive business interests. Recent inquiries from Senator Adam Schiff have further intensified scrutiny on Musk's compliance with ethics regulations. Schiff's letters to the Ethics Office and the White House questioned whether Musk had filed the necessary disclosures or received an exemption. He remarked, "If Elon Musk is now a government employee, he is subject to conflicts of interest law. The American people deserve answers and accountability." The lack of transparency surrounding Musk's financial dealings is compounded by recent political developments, including Trump's dismissal of the head of the Office of Government Ethics, an agency that maintains a public database of disclosures. This move has raised eyebrows among critics who see it as an effort to shield Musk from scrutiny. In the midst of these ethical concerns, Musk has also been noticeably public with his personal life, often bringing his children along to high-profile events, including meetings with world leaders. This has prompted discussions about the implications of blending personal and political life, as well as the potential strategic benefits of such appearances. The inclusion of the kids in many public appearances is very much a politician move, noted Kurt Braddock, a public communication professor, suggesting it humanizes Musk and makes him more relatable to the public. On the operational side, Musk's new agency is moving quickly to implement cost-cutting measures, with the Pentagon being a primary focus of scrutiny. Trump has expressed confidence in Musk's ability to identify inefficiencies, stating, "I've instructed him to go check out the Pentagon, which is the military. And sadly you'll find some things that are pretty bad." This ambitious mandate has raised concerns among Democrats about the appropriateness of giving a private businessman such authority, especially one with existing contracts with the Department of Defense through SpaceX. As Musk navigates this unprecedented blend of corporate and governmental responsibility, the implications of his actions will undoubtedly resonate throughout the tech industry and the political landscape. With his team set to meet defense staff and discussions of significant budget cuts on the horizon, the coming months will be critical in determining not only the fate of Musk's initiatives but also the broader ethical standards that govern the intersection of business and politics in the United States. As scrutiny intensifies, the need for transparency and accountability remains paramount, with many looking to see how Musk will reconcile his dual roles in the public eye. In a move that has sparked controversy and concern within the intelligence community, the Department of Government Efficiency DOGE, led by Elon Musk, has inadvertently posted classified information on its newly launched website. This incident raises significant questions about the management of sensitive data and the potential consequences of Musk's unconventional leadership style in a critical government role. The DOGE website, unveiled recently, aims to provide transparency regarding federal spending, allowing users to trace your tax dollars through the bureaucracy. While the site claims to exclude data from U.S. intelligence agencies, a cursory search reveals that it includes detailed information pertaining to the National Reconnaissance Office (NRO), an agency responsible for the design and maintenance of U.S. intelligence satellites. This information, which includes classified budgets and personnel counts, should not have been publicly accessible. A Defense Intelligence Agency employee expressed alarm over this breach, stating, "Doge just posted secret no foreign info on their website about intelligence community headcount, so currently people are scrambling to check if their info has been accessed." The term no foreign designates information that cannot be shared with foreign nationals, underscoring the severity of the breach. In response to the incident, two Senate aides confirmed that the data regarding NRO is classified and emphasized that exposing such details could allow adversaries to gauge U.S. intelligence priorities. Musk's oversight of Doge is particularly contentious given his company's existing $1.8 billion contract with NRO to develop spy satellites. Critics question the qualifications of the young programmers at Doge, with one Senate aide noting, "These 25-year-old programmers, I don't think they have enough experience to know what they don't know." The inquiry into how this sensitive information was accessed has raised further eyebrows about the competence of the team tasked with managing government efficiency. In an attempt to mitigate the fallout, a spokesperson for the National Reconnaissance Office redirected inquiries to Doge. However, the White House quickly issued a statement asserting that Doge did not share classified information, describing accusations to the contrary as lies. This assertion has been met with skepticism, particularly as the classified data remains available on Doge's platform. The launch of Doge itself has been met with mixed reactions. Established under an executive order from President Donald Trump, the department was created to modernize federal technology and cut wasteful spending. Musk envisions Doge as a bastion against bureaucratic inefficiency, but its approach to transparency and communication has drawn heavy criticism. Watchdogs and budget experts have voiced concern that Doge's aggressive tactics could politicize the necessary reforms aimed at reducing improper spending. Linda Miller, a former senior staff member for the Government Accountability Office, remarked on the oversimplification of complex issues by Musk and Trump, stating, "The examples they're bringing are silly, made-for-TV red meat." Experts like Dylan Hetler-Gaudet have highlighted the alarming scope of improper payments, estimating losses at $236 billion in 2023 alone, and called for a more nuanced approach that distinguishes between fraud and waste. As Doge continues its mission, the implications of its actions may reverberate throughout the federal landscape. The rapid restructuring of agencies, including threats to eliminate the United States Agency for International Development, has led to legal challenges and fears of undermining essential government functions. Critics assert that the current approach could alienate critical allies in oversight positions, potentially stalling meaningful reforms. Looking ahead, the unfolding situation raises crucial questions about the balance between efficiency and oversight in government operations. With Musk at the helm, the path forward for Doge remains uncertain. As it grapples with the dual objectives of enhancing transparency and safeguarding sensitive information, the coming months will be critical in determining whether Doge can achieve its ambitious goals without compromising national security or public trust. In a bold move emblematic of the growing tensions between celebrity corporate interests and political affiliation, Grammy-winning artist Sheryl Crow has publicly severed ties with Tesla, the electric vehicle company once lauded for its innovation and environmental credentials. Crow announced her decision on Instagram, where she shared a video of her Tesla being towed away, stating, "So long Tesla," and revealing that she plans to donate the proceeds from the sale to National Public Radio (NPR), an organization she claims is under threat from Elon Musk's growing influence in the government. Crow's decision to part ways with her Tesla comes amid a political landscape that has seen Musk take on a significant role in the administration of President Donald Trump, who was recently re-elected. Musk's newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, has been busy orchestrating cuts to federal agencies, a move that has stirred considerable controversy. Crow expressed her concerns about these developments in her Instagram post, referencing her parents' adage that you are who you hang out with. She articulated her discomfort with aligning herself with Musk given the current political climate, stating money donated to at NPR, which is under threat by President Musk, in hopes that the truth will continue to find its way to those willing to know the truth. The implications of Crow's statement extend beyond her personal choices. They reflect a broader discontent among progressive Tesla owners who feel disillusioned with Musk's political maneuvers. Since taking office, Trump has systematically targeted media organizations including NPR and PBS, which he has accused of bias against his administration. This environment has prompted a backlash from artists and public figures who feel that their values clash with those of Musk and the current administration. Notably, Crow's move has been met with applause from like-minded supporters in the music industry such as Casey Musgraves and Margot Price, who expressed their admiration for her stance. Conversely, Crow's announcement has also drawn ire from conservative circles, with critics accusing her of virtue signaling and hypocrisy. Many pointed out that her previous support for Musk and Tesla was at odds with her current condemnation, illustrating the polarized nature of contemporary political discourse. As one Instagram user remarked, "If you like the car, you only hurt yourself," encapsulating the sentiment of those who see her actions as misguided. Meanwhile, Tesla faces challenges on multiple fronts, including declining sales and increasing competition in the electric vehicle market. Recent reports indicate that Tesla's stock has dropped by 31% since hitting a record high in late 2024 as the company grapples with pressure from cheaper alternatives and a slowdown in consumer demand. Analysts have predicted that Tesla's stock could plunge by another 50%, reflecting concerns over its current valuation compared to its actual sales performance. In tandem, Musk's controversial political affiliations and the actions of his administration could further complicate Tesla's public image and market performance. Crow's decision to sell her Tesla and support NPR symbolizes a potential turning point in the relationship between consumers, corporations, and their political affiliations. As more celebrities and public figures take a stand against perceived injustices, the ramifications for brands like Tesla could be significant. The unfolding narrative around Musk's influence in politics, coupled with Tesla's market struggles, suggests that the future may hold further challenges for the automaker as well as for the artists and consumers who once championed it. As the political landscape evolves, it will be interesting to see how these dynamics play out and what impact they may have on public perception and corporate strategy in the years to come. In the early hours of February 15, 2025. SpaceX achieved another milestone in its quest to dominate the space launch industry, successfully deploying 21 Starlink V2 mini satellites into orbit aboard a Falcon 9 rocket. This mission, designated Starlink 12-8, took off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station at precisely 1:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, marking the 26th flight for the Falcon 9 first stage booster, a record for reusable rockets that SpaceX continues to extend. The mission's significance extends beyond the deployment of satellites. It underscores SpaceX's relentless drive to build out its Starlink broadband constellation, which is now the largest spacecraft network ever assembled, comprising nearly 7,000 operational satellites. Among the satellites launched, 13 are equipped with direct-to-cell capabilities, a feature that could revolutionize connectivity by allowing cell phone users to access the internet directly via satellite, bypassing traditional ground infrastructure. As the Falcon 9 rocket ascended, it encountered favorable weather conditions, with the 45th Weather Squadron forecasting an 80% chance of a successful launch. The booster returned to Earth approximately 8 minutes later, landing successfully on the drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas, marking the 98th booster landing for SpaceX and the 409th overall. This launch was the 14th of the year for SpaceX and the 20th Falcon 9 liftoff of 2025, further cementing the company's leading role in commercial spaceflight. The launch also exemplifies SpaceX's commitment to reusability, a cornerstone of its operational strategy aimed at reducing costs and increasing launch frequency. The Falcon 9 first stage booster utilized for this mission had previously flown on missions to the International Space Station and other Starlink launches, showcasing SpaceX's ability to maximize the utility of its hardware. In parallel with its launch successes, SpaceX is making significant strides in terrestrial developments. The company is seeking to incorporate the coastal village surrounding its Starbase facility in Texas into an official city, with plans for a local vote slated for May 3. This proposed municipality would not only streamline local governance but also potentially facilitate the growth of SpaceX's expansive operations in the region. Local officials have noted that nearly all residents within the proposed city limits are SpaceX employees or their families, raising questions about the implications for community engagement and environmental oversight. Kathy Lutters, general manager of Starbase, emphasized the necessity of municipal status to support the infrastructure development required for the growing workforce, asserting that SpaceX has already invested significantly in local services and community support. Critics, however, express concerns regarding unchecked development and the potential loss of public access to nearby beaches. As the vote approaches, opinions within the community remain divided, with many residents apprehensive about the rapid changes that could accompany the city's incorporation. Elon Musk, in a statement on X, expressed optimism about Starbase's transformation into an official city, reflecting his broader vision of establishing a human presence on Mars. The incorporation of Starbase could serve as a microcosm of Musk's ambitions, providing a real-world testing ground for governance structures and community dynamics that could one day be replicated on other planets. The juxtaposition of SpaceX's achievements in space with its burgeoning terrestrial ambitions paints a picture of a company poised to redefine not just how we reach the stars but also how we organize and govern ourselves on Earth. As SpaceX continues to push boundaries in rocket reuse and satellite deployment, the coming months will be pivotal in determining the future of Starbase and the role it will play in the company's expansive vision for humanity's future in space. Elon Musk, a figure often shrouded in controversy and intrigue, continues to dominate headlines as his business ventures and political engagements unfold. Recently, a series of developments concerning Musk's ownership of Twitter, now rebranded as X, have highlighted his complex relationship with free speech, legal accountability, and financial maneuvering. In a significant legal resolution, Musk's X has settled a $10 million lawsuit brought by former President Donald Trump. This case stemmed from Trump's ban on the platform following the January 6 Capitol riots, where he claimed his free speech rights were violated. The legal experts had previously deemed Trump's lawsuit unlikely to succeed, asserting that the First Amendment protections do not extend to private companies. Musk's decision to settle indicates a strategic move in managing the platform's legal challenges. The voluntary dismissal of the appeal filed jointly by both parties reflects a desire to move past this contentious issue, especially given the broader implications for X as it navigates its role in political discourse. Musk's connection to Trump has deepened since he acquired Twitter in 2022 for $44 billion, a move that not only reinstated Trump's account but also positioned Musk as a significant ally of the former president. Following his acquisition, Musk has reportedly contributed over $260 million to political committees supporting Trump, further intertwining their fates in the political arena. This relationship has become even more pronounced, with Musk recently assuming the role of head of the newly established Department of Government Efficiency, a position through which he aims to streamline federal operations and reduce the size of the federal workforce. On the financial side, Musk's acquisition of Twitter has also been a point of concern for lenders. Reports indicate that banks have significantly reduced their exposure to X's debt, with only $1.3 billion remaining on their books as of mid-February 2025. The bank's actions suggest a cautious approach to Musk's financial maneuvers, reflective of the broader uncertainty surrounding the social media platform's profitability and sustainability. As these events unfold, the overarching narrative presents a multifaceted portrait of Musk, a businessman navigating the intricacies of legal challenges while simultaneously engaging in the political sphere. His actions not only influence the trajectory of X but also shape public discourse, particularly in the context of free speech and the responsibilities of social media platforms. The future will likely see Musk continue to leverage his unique position to impact both technology and politics, raising questions about the implications of such power in a rapidly changing digital landscape. As observers look ahead, the interplay between Musk's business decisions and political affiliations will be crucial in understanding the direction of X and the broader implications for social media regulation and free expression in the digital age. In a groundbreaking move that intertwines cutting-edge technology with ethical concerns, Saudi Arabia has enlisted the services of Paradromics, a brain-computer interface BCI startup, to develop brain control implants. This partnership is set against the backdrop of the Saudi government's ambitious NEOM project, a $500 billion megacity envisioned on the Red Sea coast. As the world watches closely, the implications of this collaboration raise critical questions about the potential uses of BCI technology, particularly in a nation with a controversial human rights record. Paradromics, which competes with Elon Musk's Neuralink, aims to create devices that can translate brain signals into actionable commands, thereby providing new avenues for communication, especially for patients unable to speak. According to Paradromics CEO Matt Engel, the company is gearing up to commence human clinical trials in the United States later this year, a timeline that could be mirrored in Saudi Arabia following this partnership. Once we are ready to do the clinical trial in the US, we are operationally ready to do it elsewhere, Engel stated in an interview with Bloomberg. However, the collaboration between Paradromics and Saudi Arabia comes fraught with ethical implications. The kingdom's history of human rights abuses, including allegations of forced labor and the suppression of dissent, casts a long shadow over the potential applications of BCI technology. Reports indicate that the NEOM initiative has faced severe criticism, with claims of thousands of worker deaths linked to the project. The abrupt resignation of NEOM CEO Nadmi Al-Nasser amidst these controversies only adds to the unease surrounding the venture. Critics of the partnership express concern that BCI technology could be leveraged to enhance surveillance or control over the workforce. While Paradromics positions its technology as a means to empower individuals, particularly those with disabilities, one cannot ignore the darker possibilities in a country known for its oppressive tactics. This situation raises vital questions about the ethical responsibilities of tech companies when collaborating with regimes that have a history of exploiting technology for control rather than liberation. Despite the troubling backdrop, Paradromics remains focused on its mission to harness the power of BCI for positive social impact. The startup aims to first aid individuals with communication disabilities by using a device implanted below the skull to interpret brain signals. The company's vision aligns with the broader trend of using advanced technology to enhance quality of life, yet the potential for misuse remains a serious concern. The Saudi partnership may also reflect the Crown family's efforts to diversify the kingdom's economy, which has long relied on oil revenues. With approximately 17% of the world's petroleum reserves, Saudi Arabia is looking to transition towards a more diversified economic model. However, how BCI technology fits into this broader strategy remains uncertain, especially given the ethical ramifications associated with its implementation. As the dialogue around brain-computer interfaces evolves, the world will undoubtedly scrutinize the outcomes of the Paradromics Saudi partnership. The potential for innovation is immense, yet it is tempered by the reality of how such technologies could be wielded in the wrong hands. The ongoing developments in this arena could set significant precedents for the intersection of technology ethics and human rights in the coming years. Looking ahead, as Paradromics endeavors to launch its clinical trials and refine its technology, stakeholders across various sectors will be watching closely. The outcome of this collaboration may not only shape the future of brain-computer interface technology but could also serve as a litmus test for how ethical considerations are navigated in the tech industry, particularly in regions with complex social and political landscapes.